This particular story is also one of my favorites. It was my boyfriend, who's still my boyfriend, Craig. For his birthday, he wanted to climb Mount Whitney, which is one of the tallest peaks in the United States, and wanted to do it up and back in one day, which I'm 5'2", I have tiny legs. I know I will come and support you though at base camp, and I will run support team. But it's 32 miles in one day is more than my person can handle. So, but we went up there, and his adult son Riley, was going to do the 32 miles up and down with him, so he wasn't going to be by himself. And we sent him off at the pre-crack of not even dawn at like 3 a.m. to start at the trailhead, and they make their way off into the wilderness in the dark. And so it's obviously going to be a really long day, and I wanted to, because it was his actual birthday, I wanted to have this really awesome surprise of a hot, yummy, all the meats pizza from this little pizza shop that I saw that was way back down the hill. So I drove the 90 minutes down to where the nearest little tiny town was, got this just awesome large pizza with cheese and pepperoni and like all the works. And I was so proud of myself that it was going to be this surprise, and they were going to come off on the mountain all dirty and hungry and be like, look, I'm the best girlfriend ever, I brought pizza. And so super proud of myself. Put the pizza in the car, drive back up, and I'm waiting for them to return from the hike, and I'm just standing by my car in the parking lot. It's quite busy because it's summer, and this kind of like Mount Whitney Gandalf saunters over, like just randomly, and asks like, "Oh, do you have any food in the car?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, but it's fine because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just waiting for some people." And he's like, "I put that in the bear box." I'm like, because we have black bears in California, and I'm like, "Oh, no, it's fine." He's like, nope, I'd really do that. And so my bachelor's degree is in biology. One of my 3 master's degrees is in field biology. And so I'm feeling cocky. I'm like, I know how to biology, bro. It's fine. But I wanted him to go away. Sometimes when people just won't go away, and you're like, fine, I'll go put it in the stupid bear box. So I take the pizza, put it in like the bear box, which is just this, I don't know, like 6 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot gray metal thing to keep the bears out of people's food. And I go about my day. It's like starting to get twilight, and we had some text communication every once in a while from the trail, and they were just about to arrive. And so they come down. I see them coming down, and I'm like, yay. I'm like, hold on, I have a surprise. And they're kind of getting cleaned up at the car, and I go back to the bear box to get my awesome pizza because I'm so proud of myself. And a couple hours had passed, so like people had pushed their food so it pushed my box in the back, so I kind of like pull my whole like body in there, and I'm like trying to grab it with my fingers, and I hear this yelling behind me, but it's not in a language I understood. And so I kind of ignored it because I was like, they're not talking to me, it's summer, I'm sure, whatever. So I don't pay attention, and I finally, like, my fingers finally grab the box, I pull it out, I look up, and there is a black bear on top of the bear box, like inches from my damn face. So I grab my bear box, I grab my pizza, I slam the door because I'm not a heathen. I don't want everyone else's food to get eaten. And I start running with the pizza, yelling at Craig, start the car, bear, start the car. And to his credit, he doesn't ask questions. He legit just starts the car. I like barrel roll into the back seat, and we take off. And he's like, why, what is happening? And he's like, did you just say that you were running from a bear with a pizza? And I was like, yes. He's like, what? We'll just give the pizza to the bear. I was like, hell, this pizza was $45. This is my pizza. I'm not giving that bear this pizza. Nope, sorry. And then we sped away. And I don't know what happened to the bear, but I'm assuming the bear was fine. Maybe a little startled because, like, who runs away from a bear with a hot pizza? But but that's a example of that factual fear in action. My body just knew what to do. I didn't have to like like worry and like, oh, what if the bear doesn't like me? What if the bear thinks I'm fat? I don't know. I just
Yeah.
I just took the pizza and ran. Like, see ya, gotta go. And my fight or flight was like, we got this. And you know, it was a shared experience because other people could see the bear and were freaked out about the bear. Uh, and that's kind of, you know, that's type of fear that is a really funny story, and I don't have
Yeah.
to agonize and torture myself over it. Was it the smartest like thing to run away from a bear with a pizza? No, but that's what my brain decided. So it just
Right.
happened. Action, boom, done. And everyone was fine. So it had a happy ending, and
And no
everyone
bears
loved
was
the
hurt
pizza.
in this movie.
Yeah, right. No bears were hurt. Now a little disappointed,
Yeah.
you know, maybe like, hey, I really want some of that pizza, but you know, in hindsight, looking back, it probably wasn't the smartest thing for me to bring a hot, yummy, delicious pizza. But whatever, we don't always make the best decisions, and it's still okay.
That's a very excellent example, and I know that's really going to help some people and really transform their lives from just stories like that, and and great comparisons to like in correct contrast to like what 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 the spirit is really for and what what it should be for. So I love it.
Yes.
So so with that said, we made it to the end here. Maybe just give us a your recap of like what some key takeaways they should take home today, and maybe they already at home, so we don't know. But wherever they are in the world, like some real good key takeaways, and some closing remarks that be appreciative by our listeners and viewers today.
Yeah, I mean, I think just starting to think differently about fear is such a big step, right? To
Yeah.
say no to society telling us that we should be ashamed of being fearful,
Mhm.
rejecting this idea that fearlessness even exists, and accepting that there are tools out there that are something you can use immediately to start to move through these sensations so that you can get the life that you want, because that life is on the other side of fear. Like, whether or not we want to argue that it is. And you know, for myself, writing this book, including these stories that are my stories, my personal stories, and not all of them are funny. A lot of them are
Mhm.
like, you know, from my kind of childhood, and stories that I've never shared on the stage or the page.
Mhm.
I mean, do this whole process, totally scared as hell, but I knew it was important work to do. This, you know, I'm embarking on my very first national book tour. Also
Yeah.
really scary. Like, I've never been on a book tour. I'm an academic. But it's important to feel the fear and do it anyway.
And this book is so timely, right in the month of fear. Halloween is
Right.
supposed to be a fear month, and we celebrate, being scared to death. And so I really appreciate you, Mary. You're truly incredible. All of the work you have done. You got an amazing backstory, and like anytime you want to come back again, feel free to like come holler at us. We really
Awesome.
appreciate you today.
I would love that. Thank you so much for sharing again your space and time. It's our most valuable resource. So thank you.
Indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got a quick insight into Mary's world and all that she's offering and neural hacks. Something you definitely want to explore more of. We got our website in the episode link description below somewhere or to the side, or however you are viewing or listening. Check it out. Click on our website link and see all that she's offering, and definitely get the new book, Brave New You. So, I'm Marcus. Until next time, many blessings, peace, and lots of love.
I stand for what you stand for. I'm at your door like the landlord. I can see the future, yeah, I fast forward. I get on the mic and I transform. Follow me, I'm in rare form. Follow me on this world tour. The asteroid that you can't avoid.